Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner, and this is my review for 90 Day Fiance The Other Way, Season 2, Episode 3. I guess last week, which was 2 hours, was episodes 1 and 2. And so this is episode 3. I was confused for a minute, but we're going to leave that be. First things first, if you have not done so already, please remember to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird. JayBird. Dun 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 dun. And all that goodness and stuff. My voice is all crazy, y'all. So all that goodness and stuff. Okay, we're going to, inhale. Exhale. Okay? Inhale. And then exhale. Okay? Because we have to relax, relate, release, and center ourselves. Okay? That little moment of calm. That moment of calm. The moment of calm. Okay. Now, do not forget to also like this video, to comment in the comment section, to like it. Share it on your social media. You can follow me on IG and Twitter at J_Lees_Corner and all that goodness stuff or whatever. And all that information is where? In the description box below. So first up we have, two returning members, Jihoon and Devin, Devin right here is 23, she's from Utah, and then Jihoon, who 29, from South Korea, Now Jihoon, we see him, over there. Well, first they showed Devin, but it was 7 months in the future. I don't care. We know that 7 months in the future, the package happened and they on quarantine. We get that. What's happening before that or whatever? So we see Jihoon, who was still in South America or whatever, walking around, going to get his haircut, a little dog around his waist. And, he's going to a little barber shop, whatever. And I guess the barber also, reads people. And so he's reading Jihoon. I wasn't listening because I feel like we know Jihoon. Jihoon is just a lazy person. He just doesn't, he's like, la, 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 la. He don't have much. He doesn't want much in life. You know what I'm saying? And he brings up how when Devin left, South Korea to go back to America, he was heartbroken. I was heartbroken that she left. But I realized I have to change because I don't have any money. I didn't have anywhere for us to live. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to do something. I need to learn something. I need to teach myself something. I'm not get a job, bro. So we see Devin, who's back in Utah living with her 2 kids. Her older daughter, Drusilla. Drusilla is so stepsister from Snow White. Drusilla, this girl. Anyway, so Drusilla and then they son together. They have a kid together. And then, she brings about, it's hard living here in America with 2 kids by myself. Yep, it's going to be even harder in South Korea, But she's moving to South Korea again. I'm like, I guess so. Now, her and Jihoon are married. They're legally married, at least in, South Korea they are. And so she's at home packing, she's packing this and she's packing that. And then she shows us how she's packing extra snug condoms, because the way that they got pregnant the first time, well, not the first, the way they got pregnant was the condom slipped off because it wasn't snug enough. I can say, and proud to say this, I've never been with a man where a condom fits. I'm like, how small is it? That is they break. But slip off? Girl, I guess so. But she bring in extra condoms. I said, well, how did you get pregnant with that first one? Did that one slip off too? But she got pregnant the first night they met. Even though they were talking, online or whatever. But when he came to America, they got pregnant the first night he was there, He was only there for 2 weeks. Anyway, so her mom is also going with her to South Korea to help her get settled, because, it's her, the 2 kids or whatever. So she wants to be sure that her daughter is doing okay. Now, the mama then said, this is crazy. Jihoon is 30. He should have a whole bunch of money in his savings. He should have his own house, but he don't have any of that. then you up here saying what Jihoon should have at 30. Did you expect your 23-year-old daughter will have 2 kids at 23? Like, look, don't be throwing stones in glass houses, mama. Because as much as you want Jihoon to be prepared at 30, it seems your daughter was not prepared at 23. She got pregnant by a whole man in a whole other country the first day she met that man in person. So, put your rock down. Protect your glass house. Okay. Anyway, so definitely, like, you know what? I want to be able, to get there and to be settled. Jihoon wanted me to come back there and stay with his parents, and I said no. And so I showed him how I got an apartment myself. I was able to get an apartment for a month just to show him how easily I can do things and how he should, put more effort into doing things. I'm like, Jihoon has a whole criminal past, okay, of like stealing phones or whatever. He owes them people over there like 15 grand or whatever it is. I'm like, it may be easier for you because you're only 23. You don't have no bad history. You still a baby. Okay. And I feel like, you getting an Airbnb for a month. Whoop-de fucking do. I feel like y'all are married. Y'all are married. That's your husband. If y'all want to be together and, in South Korea, and if you can get a place in your name, but he can afford it with his money, why not do that? Why would you want to wait until he can, get something in his name if y'all can afford it? I'm like, girl, I'm not saying get something in your name that y'all can afford. Not saying that. But if your name alone can get a place based off what he can afford, then do that. That's called a marriage. That's called jointing up to do shit. That's called a goddamn bond of the two husbands and the wives or whatever. I'm like, don't make it seem as if you were, oh my God, so, about it, or I'm special because I was able to get a house for a month. Okay, but can you afford it without him? I don't know. Anyway, we see Jihoon and her on video chat, okay? And, he tells her, because she's like, I'm going to come back. We need to have money. We need to do this and we need to do that. And he then says, well, I got a new job. Okay, well, how much does it pay? What's the money like? He said, it's like $3,000 to $4,000 or whatever, but that's in like their money, not our money. And but that's not enough. That isn't enough. Like the place I have there, that alone is like maybe $2,000 or whatever. And so she wants to be a stay-at-home mom. So he has to make all the money to pay all the bills and, afford things for the kids. So she's like, $3,000 to $4,000 ain't enough when the rent there is like $3,000, that we can't survive that way. I want to be, taken care of. I don't want to struggle. You may have to struggle because you may be 30-year-old in life and he is 23 in life. Okay. Y'all are like polar opposites. Okay, it is what it is. He then brings don't you have like a delivery job? He said, well, yeah. And with that, it may be like $6,000 or $7,000. I mean, clearly he's lying. We're not going to negate that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this is what happens when you have sex with people you don't know. You then get pregnant and you then decide, you know what? I'll just move to South Korea to be with a stranger. I'll just do that. I'll just stay at home and I won't work. And I'll expect him to pay for everything. I would not be okay staying at home if we're going to be, destitute, living, hand to mouth. You know what I'm saying? Is a hand to mouth or mouth to foot? I don't know. Anyway, I wouldn't want to do that. I'm like, why are y'all not discussing how y'all both can bring income to the household? Girls, again, look, you have to realize you cannot be out here getting pregnant by strangers who live in Korea because, you might have to move there and then they don't have no money to support you. But I digress. And again, you wanted him to be the breadwinner. He wasn't winning bread when he was on his own. He was living with his parents. Okay, he was living with his parents. You picked a parent living with her. Okay, any parent living with her is not going to try to support you. He wasn't trying to support himself. And you want him to support you and 2 children? One of them is not his? Girl, the fuck bye. Next up, Yasin and Brittany. I was cackling because somebody online said that Yasin put a Y in front of his name and he's hiding from the girl, from Nicole, as, and I say, So Yasin brings up how he's nervous, but also very happy that Brittany is coming because he misses her. But sometimes she be on some bullshit. He brings up how the last time she was here, she was dressed inappropriately. She had her breasts all out, like it was team too much. And a lot of people had a lot to say about her being inappropriate. And he brings up how just her being scantily clad and having her breasts showing just did not sit well with the people there in Jordan. He brings up how, it's just not how we do things here, and she would have to wear, I forgot which, did he say hijab? He said whatever traditional garb it is that the women wear there, that she would have to wear if she's there. I think it's a hijab. It may not be, don't quote me on that because I don't want to offend anybody. Anyway, we then see he goes to his family's market, the fish market, and he's talking with his brother, okay? And the brother like, what you doing or whatever? Oh, what, Brittany's coming to town. And so I'm not going to be able to be here today, okay, or whatever. But I need you to do A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And they're both like, oh, okay, but however, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that you should be with her. I don't think that you should marry her. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know her. You don't know her intentions or whatever. Why not marry someone local? Why not marry, you know what I'm saying, an Arabic Muslim woman whose intentions you know? Excuse me, whose intentions and you don't have to question anything about her or whatever, and you would also know her family. Now, when he said that, I thought he just meant, like here, we know the neighborhood folk, we know people's families, from across the way, okay? I know the Watson people, I know the other Johnson people, I know the other families from around here, okay? It's easy to know the other people's families, okay? Yasin then says his family would have preferred that he marries a family member. I said of whose family? Okay, of whose family? He said, and I realized he meant a family member of his family. I said, say what now? He then says his parents are related. By what? By blood? Oh, Lord Jesus. What? Y'all up here just nope, ain't gonna be no commingling of the bloods, okay? Not on my watch. When he said that, I was felt like what? Like, how? If they're blood related, I'm offended, okay? I feel like it's one thing if your blood auntie marries a man, okay? And then, a man from your auntie's husband's family marry someone in your family. That's related, but not related, okay? That's not related. That's not, because it's your blood auntie's, new husband who ain't your uncle by blood, not by blood. His family, you know what I'm saying, isn't your family by blood. So if someone from your family dates somebody from your auntie husband's family, that's okay. However, okay, if you marrying blood on blood, like if y'all have the same grandparents, the same aunties, you should not be marrying and being with people that's in the same bloodline as you. Nope, don't, what? But y'all upset about titties being out? Y'all upset about titties being out, but y'all up here incesting? Girl, the fuck by. I say what? He said it so loosely. Like, yeah, my parents are related. By what? Oh, God. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? He brings up how he doesn't want to do that. Good. Okay? He brings up how, I'm saying, I love Brittany and I want to be with Brittany. You know what I'm saying? The brother put like, look, brother, if she don't convert to Islam, you know what I'm saying, the family will not accept her. Okay? They just won't. It ain't gonna happen. I'm not, look, you can't be out here judging people if you related. Anyway, he also brings up, well, no, Yasin lies and say, well, no, she wants to convert. And that's a pretty lie. She didn't told you she don't want to. Like, she dressed like she don't want to. Okay. Now, again, I don't know why she with him. You should not date or try to be with a person who is of another faith, nationality, or whatever. They have these different beliefs that you have to respect, and they're going to want you to convert. Why date them if you're not willing to do that? There's a reason I won't date a Muslim man. I'm not willing to convert, and I don't want to disrespect their stuff. I'm good, love, and joy. Anyway, he also brings up how, you know what I'm saying, if she does anything to embarrass me or anything that disrespectful, my family could disown me. I mean, they related to you. They may not, I think they're not going to care, okay? They seem to like it all. Now, back in Florida, we see Britney's packing up her wig heads and guzzling wine to get ready to move to Jordan. I'm like, girl, this is going to be a train wreck coming, okay? Now, you know, to me, she's proving that she ain't supposed to go. You should not be up here dressed with the titties out, okay? You packing wig heads of all the things to pack on your trip to Jordan. A wig head? Anyway, she is on her way there to the airport with her dad or whatever. Oh, where's her dad? This is dad. And I bring dad in. You know, here go dad right here. You know what I'm saying? She's up here, you know, driving to the thing with dad. We're going to put dad in the middle just because, you know what I'm saying? And she's telling him how, you know what I'm saying, she just doesn't want to be rushed into marriage. And I'm like, well, first of all, you only saying that because you're still legally married. Like, who meets someone online or through a little Facebook app or through whatever little FaceTime app or whatever, you meet them, you know you married. Nobody forgets to be married. You know you married, and then you gonna move to their country, and you know they want to marry you, but you are still married, and you ain't told them, girl, the fuck back, okay? Now again, her dad, like, you know what I'm saying, well, you should have been, you know, handling this whole situation way before now. Meaning, why are you going over here and you still married, girl? What is you doing? But you my daughter, you an adult, I'm going to let you do what you do, make your own stupid mistakes, and I'll cry in the car later. Anyway, so her dad brings up, you know what I'm saying, I'm just worried about her safety. Meaning, I don't want you to get over there, tell this man that you're married, and then he like beat you and murder you. I don't want that to happen. So I need you to just be safe. Now, when they get to the airport, her dad, you know what I'm saying, her dad seems pretty cool, okay? He seemed like, I know she fucking up, but she gonna do it anyway. Let me just smile and nod, because when she come back, then I can say, well, I tried to tell you, daughter, but you won't listen, okay? But they get to the airport, and her bag is too heavy. So she has to take the wig head out. I say, of all the things in your bag, the wig head, you should have never packed it in the first place, but I digress. Now, the dad say, he's sad that she's leaving, and you can see he's holding back tears. He gonna cry in the car. And he just tells her, you know, he like, look, I need you to just be brave, be careful, you know, be safe, and please tell the truth. And then she gets on the plane and she gonna head over there. Girl, look, I don't know what to do with them, because I feel like a train wreck is a coming. But we'll see what happens next. Next up, we have Areola. Is it Areola? Is Areola? I don't know. It's Ariella. However you pronounce that shit. She's 28, and the man is Binyam. We still ain't seen Binyam in person, so I don't have his picture up because we ain't seen him yet. Something about her is weird. It's like, is she one of the Sanderson sisters? Like, is she hocus pocus out in these streets? She could really be a hocus pocus. I'm not sure. But something about her don't sit right with me, and I feel like he eventually is going to manifest itself. But, you know, we see her at dinner with her family, like her little going away dinner, whatever, and she's talking to her family about Bingham, okay? And I may be pronouncing his name wrong, but I don't know, because I haven't heard him say his name yet. I usually like to hear the person say their name for me to get it. We ain't heard him say it yet. But again, she's telling them about his life. First of all, Bingham was married before to an American woman, okay, and they have a son. His son is 2.5 years old, and you know, she brings up how, like, it's kind of repetitive because, you know, just like me, he met her, she got pregnant really, really, really quickly, they got married, you know what I'm saying, and then that was it. She also brings up how, like, she doesn't know exactly why they divorced, but the ex-wife moved back to the States with their son, and now Binyam and the ex-wife has no communication, and he's not seen his son since the lady left and came back here. I say, first of all, that's called a pattern. Okay? He meets American women, gets them pregnant, marries them, and then what happens next? We don't know. And how do you not know what happened with the last American woman he met and got knocked up? If you don't want to know anything else, if you don't want to hear nothing else about that man, you want to hear, why did y'all divorce, and why did she go back to America, and why have you not seen your son ever since? I don't get it. I want to know. That has to come up later on in life. Okay. Anyway, we see her brother like, well, I wonder if he is just, you know what I'm saying, trying to get a green card. I mean, it's possible, but she moving over there. So I feel like he may not want a green card if he's bringing her over there. But he could be knocking American women up. No, they don't really want to stay over there, okay, because he's in Ethiopia. And then he assumes, okay, because we married with a kid, you can bring me over there. So, I mean, it can go either way. She could have trapped him too. She could have just wanted an Ethiopian baby for her taxes. I don't know. Anyway, the parents are wondering, her parents, I'm saying, well, how y'all work out? Because, y'all have two different faiths that y'all believe in. She's Jewish and he is Ethiopian Orthodox Christian. And she said, I will not convert to being an Ethiopian Orthodox Christian at all. Like, I am Jewish all the way through. I'm saying, I want to raise my baby in the Jewish faith. Okay, I am not converting. And not only that, he will have no say so. She didn't say this black like I'm saying it real black like she didn't do that. He will have no say so in the faith raising of the baby because this is my child, okay? And so because it's my baby, he won't have any say so. Red flag, red flag, red flag. People who say stuff like it's my baby and they can't have no say so, you sound dumb. That's just not how life works. And when she said to her people, they was like, she don't even know what she in for. And my thing is, you may think that, you're going to be this forceful parent. He could be the same. That could be why the first wife left him. Who knows? But I mean, it is what it is. Now, the daddy then say, why couldn't you just find a good old Jewish boy from Brooklyn? Why did you, find someone who was nothing like you? You know what I'm saying? And why y'all judging him? It gets on my nerves that they're judging him. Well, first of all, she had just said to them, like 10 seconds prior, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't know anything about Jewish people or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And, I don't know much about his faith, but I know he practices stuff that's superstitious. You is judging that man. So why are you upset that your family is doing what you did? He doing superstitious stuff. I'm like, it's gonna be a train wreck, okay? And that's all I have to say about that. Good old Ginny and Smith, okay? Good old loving couple Ginny and Smith. We don't get it, but we love it, okay? So we see Smith. Smith is over there in India, and he has his brother helping him move into his new place. So where's his brother? Where's the brother? Right here. Okay, this is his brother. Now, first of all, his brother's cute. I mean, his brother's teeth are a little bit weird, like Smith, whatever. But I mean, he's cute. He has good hair. That's a coiffed or whatever. So, Smith and his brother is at the new place. He's helping him move in and everything. He said, the house is like a couple hours away from where the family lives. He says it's an older house, but it's spacious, and he wants to have it look good for Ginny, okay? Now, him and the brother then start chit-chatting about the parents, and if the parents know about Smith and Ginny again, and if the parents are going to be okay with Ginny and Smith, you know what I'm saying, being a couple and everything, you know what I'm saying? And Smith say, well, they know, they are aware, but they are not happy. You know what I'm saying? They just not happy. The brother then say, well, their main issue is how old she is. Ginny is older than Smith's mom. That's their issue. The brother then said, if, Jenny was like 5 years or even 10 years older than you, the parents wouldn't care. But because she's an elder, she's older than our mother, they have an issue with that. You know what I'm saying? Smith brings up, he's like, so what y'all gonna do? He said, well, once my divorce is done, like, I'm gonna marry Ginny, like, but I'm gonna be here with her, like, it is what it is. And the brother then points out how, like, in India, the tradition or I guess the tradition is how, like, he likes, you're the oldest, like, the oldest one is supposed to make sure that he's able to take care of our parents when the parents get older. He then says Ginny's already older than their parents, so Smith will be too busy tending to Ginny, because Ginny's 62. So in 10 years, when she's in her 70s, Smith will have a whole senior citizen on his hands to take care of. So the brother feels as if, you know what I'm saying, you will bring shame to our family. Like, we would have to live the shame of you not, taking care of our parents. You know what I'm saying? That ain't good or whatever. And I don't like that. And Smith say, I don't care what society thinks. I don't care what anyone thinks or whatever. You know what I'm saying? No one, in life, no one cared if I was happy. No one helped me when I was unhappy. So why should I be, sitting around here trying to worry about what everybody else want or whatever? You know what I'm saying? He like, my parents knew, that I didn't want to get married. They knew for a fact that I did not want to be married, but they made me do it anyway. And they let me struggle for 2 years in that marriage, knowing I was unhappy and no one helped me. He's like, you know what? You would tell me, we would talk or whatever, and you would tell me, well, if you're not happy, get divorced. But you would never say that to our parents. You would say it to me. You know what I'm saying? So even you didn't help me because you didn't help me talk to our parents to help me get out this marriage or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He also brings up, when this whole time I was suffering, Ginny helped me. Ginny stood up for me. She supported me. You know what I'm saying? I love her. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to make our parents happy by making me suffer. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that to happen or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to do that. And I'm like, damn. Okay, submit. Talk that talk. You know what I'm saying? He just laid it out that y'all keep wanting me to do things for everyone else. Even though I was unhappy the whole time. But y'all want me to do things to make, for me not to be happy. And I ain't doing that no more. The brother like, you know what? I feel like, because I see that how you feel or whatever, and you do not want to, and I don't want you to lose family, and I don't want you to lose Ginny, so I'll talk to mom and dad. I say, well, that's nice, brother. Talk to the parents. Okay, we then see Ginny. Ginny's at home packing up to come to India or whatever, and she just talking to her daughters and everything, and the daughter like, have you seen the paperwork that, shows and proves that he has, really, applied to be divorced or whatever. Like, have you seen the paperwork? Well, no, I haven't seen it for different reasons or whatever, but I trust him and I know that he's not, you know what I'm saying, playing me this. I'm saying he's gonna get divorced and then we'll get married, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, I'm like, she has the best thoughts. Submit is lying about something. I don't know what. But something gonna hit the fan. I still feel like something gonna hit the fan, but they gonna still be together. But I feel like it's not gonna be as easy as she thinks for him to be divorced. Like, it's gonna take longer than, a little bit. But I'm like, whatever. But again, she flies over and she's like, you know what? I just know it's gonna be different. I do think this time it's a bit different, mainly because his family is involved this time. Last time, Smith was lying the whole time and like no one was involved. But his brother was on camera. We see his parents will be on camera later. So I mean, they at least know, that Ginny and Smith is gonna be a couple. So we shall see what happens with that. But she's on her way, y'all. On her way. And lastly, we have our loving Kenneth. Kenneth is 57. I forgot to mention last week, he don't look his age. Like, he do look like he could be in his 30s. I mean, he has lived a good, clean, wholesome life of some sorts. He found the fountain of youth because he does look very, very youthful, okay? So, Kenneth and Armando. It was a month. We did see Kenneth at dinner with his family, okay? And it's like a going away dinner. And, he confesses to them that, Armando, I know y'all thought that he was like in his late 30s, you know what I'm saying? But Armando is only 31. And they're like, what? Oh my God. And it's the same age as like someone that his son is dating. Weird. Okay. He also brings up, and also I bought a ring, you know what I'm saying? And I plan to propose as soon as we get there, whatever. I'm like, okay, he's serious. But I think we all really, really, really want Armando and Kenneth to make it and everything. You know what I'm saying? They're like, but you've only been like together for like not that long or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And what if his family doesn't like you? And what if they don't accept you? And he brings up like, well, first of all, I've known him for 3 years, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's time. I'm ready. And hopefully we can help change their minds and they know that love is love. But I have a fear that his parents may not accept me, but I just hope we can work through that. No, the daughter then said, you know what I'm saying, I'm just happy that you're happy. I'm just happy that you're happy, Dad, you know what I'm saying? And then Kenneth gets all emotional, whatever. He brings up how, the last 27 years of my life has been just about raising my kids, you know what I'm saying? And that has been my whole thing, you know what I'm saying? But now, like, the next step is for me to hopefully, be happy with Armando. I'm like, we want you to be happy with Armando. And that was really it. I was happy this episode was only an hour. I feel like this is better. When it's 2 hours, it's just too much. So please do not make no more 2 hours or whatever. Just have to be 1 hour, and that's it. That's it. Okay, anyway, that was our episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Do not forget to like this video, to comment in the comment section, to share it on your social media. You can follow me on IG and on Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. Until next time, people. Peace.